Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with your boy Sophisticated Jerk, Stan, and the homie Wally up in here. So, man, we got a few topics today that we're gonna jump into. You know how we do it, man. We try to hit these pretty quick, but you know we're gonna put some humor and shit around it. But the first topic, man, what is MTR? Is he considered red pill manosphere? What's his like philosophy?
From my perspective, it's really neither. He's just speaking on men's topics.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So he don't claim anything. He just like manosphere adjacent. Is that what they say?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
okay.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say
Pretty
red.
much.
Yeah, but he recently, he just I think he took some, downtime because he been at this social media shit for a while. So I guess he took some downtime, went overseas, and he was like, look, he done dropped this series of videos talking about like, look, we was lied to. Shit's different over here in Thailand. So, he definitely kind of started a larger conversation and stuff. So before we jump into the video, because this one was O'Shea Du Jackson, he was like covering his trip overseas and stuff, kind of giving some commentary. Because I know O'Shea goes over to like Africa, I think Europe and stuff. So he's
Hmm.
well traveled too and stuff. So he was kind of giving some commentary and some differences, how things are over in the United States versus like overseas. So I think it was a good conversation, man. And Stan, I know you kind of gave me some pushback when I first came into space. I was harsh with shit. You was like, nah, man, it's different. So you kind of woke me up, you and King Dreams, because I had a hard stance. I was like, man, these dudes, man, they ain't doing it right. But after listening to y'all on the economics, I was like, okay, man, shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might be taking my ass over there once I retire. I'm out. So me and the wife and shit, we like, look, we might roll over somewhere, stretch our money
Hey,
farther.
hey. I just put it in your own personal IG that 100,000 nowadays is now 50. 100K is the new 50K.
Damn. Yeah, that's a hell of a drop in some money and shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, when he was like, I think. So what's your take, man? Do you think is that a bad look if as far as like passport bros for men, or
Well,
you think
here
that's
it
like a
is.
good thing for men to do? Start traveling, push out.
Hey, okay. You know what? I always say this, and I'm not going to put your kind on the spotlight. It all started with the military brothers.
Oh, okay, okay.
Y'all the one that came back with women need to eat the gooch. So that was y'all fault. All that came from the military. Shout out to all my brothers that was stationed in Germany. This one for you. Uh, but it was already happening. I mean, like you look at it, right? Even before we were born, World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, it was already happening when people was going out and seeing things. We just didn't have the internet or a name for it or a collective of brothers who want to like, hey, let us know what's going on and you have options. Um, what's good and unique about this, like you have MTR, who is 6'4", on the yellow side of light skin, because we all coming down in different shades, as one, two, three. Uh, and he has money, and he has to go overseas to be appreciated, or the shows like women are interested in you, and it's like America is not getting it. It's like, yo, like you have to change. If you like somebody, you gotta say something and let them know that you like them, right? Because not everybody is from the Caribbean and or Haitian. Because Haitians, you could look at somebody you like and curse them out, and people are like, oh, they're on their honeymoon. But other people, other people, you know what I'm saying? They need like words of encouragement. They need something to show that you appreciate them. And also, like the culturally, like I mentioned earlier, like now, 100K is a new 50K. Like in California, the Bay Area, if you make 200K, that's considered poverty.
Yeah, it's crazy over there in the Bay. So yeah, definitely money totally different, like Bay and New York and shit.
And now, mind you, nobody's really making 250K. You make up to 250. So below that, we're all poor, right? So like, we have to be honest. Like, if you in it for the money, go into prostitution. Like,
You stupid.
no, but we have to like to save humanity. Like, if you in it for the money that much, we gotta separate you and separate that type of people and the whole cluster. And that's prostitution, legalized prostitution, get you a legalized pimp, power these corporations to come in, you get your 401k, you get a bonus. But we're gonna have to separate everything because you got somebody like MTR that left and is like, you know what? I might go ahead and start a family. And it's like, you just visit there for a week, brother. What the hell they do to you
Yeah.
in a week?
They converted my man quick. He was like, look, my man went over there and was like, fuck this. So
Yeah.
real quick, let me get Wally's take on it. So Wally, man, do you think like it's a good thing for like men to start traveling, pushing out? Or do you consider that like a cop out? Like men don't want to face the competition over here? Because I heard some people talk about it like, hey man, them dudes just don't want to compete.
I mean, well, I'm gonna say it like this. In general, yeah, you should always consider traveling. Why not? You live on this damn world. Why not, right? I mean, I think seeing the same thing on every single day is sort of a drag. Like, what's the point of me living here or living on this earth, and yet I can't see the world where everyone else is? Like, okay, come on. But in general, as far as the idea concept of compete, I don't see that as compete. I mean, because let's be honest. I mean, NTR has been around some decent chicks around sometimes. I think more case than not, he had, because I know on NTR he brought up a lot of chicks in his past from, I think from place of work or people he knew in person. So I think he understandably knows who are the decent good women. So I don't think that's a big ordeal one way or the other. So the idea concept of competition, I mean, granted, it's definitely competition in ATL because, well, you know what it is. It's ATL. So, from that perspective, people want to sit here and say, oh, he's sucking because he don't want to deal with the competition. I mean, what am I competing against? A bunch of motherfucking low lives, just fucking bitches? Like, let's be real here. Like, nah, I don't need to compete. Hey, look, let's be real. I don't need to compete. What I'm competing for? A bitch that can't catch a clue? I'm sorry. Like, what am I competing for? Let's be real. The way how y'all do is talk about females. I mean, what am I competing with? I'm not competing with nothing over me, and I'm damn sure not competing nothing that was worth it. So, yeah. What are we talking about again?
You know what? I have to give him to what MTR. One of his ex-girlfriends, he lost her to Gildas Arenas. I'm not pronouncing his name right.
Oh, that wasn't his girlfriend. I think they
That was just, business, I guess, from that time frame. But I ain't gonna lie though, if you going out with someone like overseas somewhere, there's a little something to that though. But
yeah, because like they were playing basketball, getting her pineapple show, them titties was up. I'm like, bruh. Like they lost his girlfriend to an NBA player. He wasn't bitter about it.
Allegedly. But
he wasn't bitter about it.
They only did a thing on it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people just suggest that there was something there because they went out, they, vacated and all that. But that's why you don't get too close with those types of situations.
Okay, they vacate. I don't vacate with no friends.
Well, that's the whole point. That's what I'm saying. The way how the internet worked, he should never did that. That wasn't smart.
No, it was smart for him to do it. But what they showed off for her, she can never come back and say, blah, 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 blah. The thing about her, she was different that she got out of a marriage, right? And that what made her unique. She got out of the marriage. She was refreshing and completely different from everybody else. And it helped that she had the French accent. And then...
oh, yeah. Because she had the French accent.
So hold on. He went on a vacation with her?
Yeah. You can go back and go look around. Yeah, you'll see some episodes.
So what was it? He was saying it was content?
At least from the baseline. You
So
would
they
think
got an
it's
OF page or something that we missing out on.
what the
I
fuck?
guess I got to research on Reddit real quick and see.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Stan on that. I ain't taking no vacation, dog. I'm knocking it
Well,
down. They're
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm saying. It wasn't smart because a lot of people can,
Yeah.
see that and think more.
but
Yeah,
I do,
but
I do.
oh, go ahead.
Nah, going to what MTR he was kind of laying out in the video, man. Yeah, man, I don't have an issue with it no more because at first I was giving it some pushback, but man, after listening to like being on these panels, because you remember like on Will's channel, man, we having these conversations, seeing some of these
Yeah.
pretty much a lot of the females like, hey man, you gotta pay. So I'm like, if you know me, I'm cheap, so I'm one of them dudes, man. Like you gotta have some bread, but I think that's a small percent of women that's willing to work with a guy now. Just hearing it out their own mouth, that's willing to like actually work with a guy.
Yeah.
So my thing is like if they're telling us all, man, like, hey, it costs, and you can't get a female to work with you, you better go get that discount, because you better get up out of here. Because nah, that's what they've been saying. The females are telling you out their own mouth. They're like, hey, it costs. Like I said, I'm too cheap for all that. But like,
But
hey, if
it
you
costs either way, right? It costs either you stay here in America, it costs when you go overseas. You're going to pay. That's across the board. You're going to pay. It's
Yeah, the only thing is
men,
one place is charging me less than the other. So
yeah. It's the type of man that you going out like a fool. Like there's one guy. He's really good. So I think it's called Love Without Borders or something like that.
dude, I
Ex
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's a veteran too. So he be
Yeah,
telling us
yeah.
the truth. He's like, y'all just coming up in this country and y'all just gonna find people, then we just find you dead. Pants down, ass out, and naked. And everything's stolen. You just met somebody, you like, oh, I'm American, and now here you are. Everybody, and they can't collect the body. It's like 6 months later, and I'm like, damn. So he talks about the danger, but also what he does is like the brotherhood that's there. Like if something happens to an American, they put it out to everybody so everybody be aware of because what's going on in those countries. Um, Allegedly, like Colombia, like they don't have the police force to hold people, accountable, because they'll release them a week later after something
Mhm.
happened. So there's communities like that, but like I will say this: my biggest fear has come true. Right? Stop bringing the Pookies on these trips.
Yeah.
Leave them in America. I know he's your cousin. I know that's your best friend. Can we just be honest? Like sometimes it's okay to be a gatekeeper. It's okay. You don't want them ruining stuff out for everybody else.
Yeah, see, I think that's what fucked it up. I think because when you look at some of the goofy dudes that be over there, I think that's the image everybody saw because that's what I kind of seen. And then like when King Dreams and a couple of guys you introduced me to, they got the like you said the network. They going over there for the lifestyle, and it's like, hey man, we men, so we gonna pull some women too, but they got a whole totally different thing that I think gets overlooked by a lot of people. So yeah, I think that's kind of the lane like MTR is looking at it like, man, the economics, but hey, the women are also friendly too. So nah,
Yeah,
I know a lot of guys, they start hitting me up that I was in the military with shit once they retired, because they retire around like 40. But
yeah.
see, in the United States, typically you gotta retire and go work again. They was like, man, I'm trying to retire only once. So they like went overseas, to stretch their dollar out. They're living good, man. They enjoying life, enjoying them years. So nah, I think it's a good move, man. I think people need to consider it. I don't think you should do it just for women. That's where I do stop.
Thank
I
you.
think it's like you look at it for the economics, and then it's like you get over there, yeah, go holler at some shit, but never make a female like the center of
The
your decision
priority.
making. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's where some guys go wrong and shit. So I do agree when guys push back, like, hey man, they still women at the end of the day over there. They still want you to fund their family and shit. So don't go over there delusional, but like definitely.
No, no, your brother need to get a job. Like I ain't funding nobody. Like,
Yeah,
but
nah,
but
but
here's
it,
one person there's another guy you'll love too. Which I believe helped MTR zoom to Thailand.
yeah, I saw him on
And
there. Man, average guy unplugged or I know he
what
was on
is
King Dreams. He does like real good content anyways, but he be over there and he's a real solid dude.
and he's from California, and he talked about it. Like going through like a lot of marriages, having I think he has 4 or 5 kids, and how like he was like doing trips, but only he was doing trips to take a break from California, and then he comes back and work. But like one of the trips when he went there, and he's like, "Yo, like." He just met women of value, and like women of value means like women valued him, and that was something that he learned from himself. Was like, yo, I now mind you, this man in his 50s, like going to his 60s, and this woman that he met who did his haircut for $2 has like gone and just shown him and taken care of him, and just and a lot of brothers. There's another guy on TikTok. He was primarily from Colombia, black guy, brother, African American. Left Colombia and Brazil after it got hot, right? Went to Thailand, and he ain't coming back. He's like, man, F Thailand. I mean, not F Thailand, like F Brazil, F Colombia. Um, the life he has over there is like better for him.
Yeah, I was watching one dude, man, and he had like a luxury condo. You know, he was like showing people, and it was like on some, like Manhattan, New York type shit. The style, the man, 1,500, and he was like, man, this is probably like on the higher end that I'm paying. But I mean, it was decked out, man. It was like some crazy floor that like it'd be like considered penthouse in Manhattan, where you paying like easily like 5 to 6 thousand, but it was like 1,400. Man, they had like not a farm, but you know how they be growing like spices and shit. They had that.
Oh, yeah.
They had like a golf course on the top, so it was decked out. I was like, damn, because I showed my wife it. I was like, hey man, we gonna have to go over here and be living good. But yeah, man, it was like a luxury type living, man, for dirt cheap.
And then you find out, and you find out about the landscape of the land with all these guys, because it's not just women, right? You find out how far behind we are in America, like as far as technology, as far as like, man, like,
Well, I think maybe Japan or something, but yeah, some of them countries.
No,
yeah,
it's all over. Like for cancer treatment. No, they explained like where we at in the number, like in the world. We're like number 64. Because the treatment of care in every other country, like there's a medical, like people do vacations and they do medical, and they double as a medical thing. Like you'd be surprised, but they explain all of it. They're not like, they don't have a
so you factor in everything probably, because the healthcare is a little more expensive. So yeah, the quality of care you probably could get.
It's so much cheaper and better, right? It's like I never, America always thought like it was weird that when a woman gets pregnant, they kick her out that week. I remember growing up, like mothers staying for 2 weeks because you have to make sure that everything's okay along with the baby, teach her all the stuff, you watch for postpartum depression, everything. Now, mind you, nowadays, like 3 days, they kick you out and like good luck with your life, right? Um, and sometimes 24 hours. It's like it's weird. But over there, you seen people in suites for like a month, and it's not costing them anything but like 5K, and it's like, wow, like we really like think America's the best, but they showing us like systems that they have, um that's like so far ahead of us. And here we are, we always assume that, well, if it's not American, it's third world country. And that's what I like about those shows, because they show us things that we never think about. And
Well,
that
I
we
still think America's the best, man. I just think it's starting to hit that price point where it's almost like, you know what, I could, even though this might be the best infrastructure and shit, it got a lot of stuff I like, the assurances that we kind of have, but I'm cool going somewhere else where I can make that gap because of my money just stretches so far. So I think that's how people kind of looking at it. But hey, man, let me go ahead and play some of this video, man, because this is O'Shea. He's covering it. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but let me
that's
go
all
ahead.
his. Well, that's all MTR.
Yeah, he was dropping a few videos. O'Shea's breaking it down. I'm skipping to
And
some.
he was about to go on vacation. This was his break.
Nah, this ain't. He only did like 5 while he was gone, but
Okay.
MTR wouldn't post another video until May 28th, 2026, when we would then find out his actual location. I left America for Thailand and realized we've been lied to. That was the first of 5 videos that he would post on the subject. Now, while all 5 videos have different degrees of information, cumulatively, we can understand that his messaging is broken down into 3 components. The first is dating and relationships.
They want loud and strong, yet quiet and reserved at the same goddamn time. They want at a moment's notice that you got to defend their armor. You got to be the rough, tough, bad guy. All right. At a moment's notice, you got to be the Super Saiyan dick slinger. All right. You got to put that thing up on the table. Which, from my experience, it's not too bad of expectations. But, that corporate Tupac it blows my mind. But as a man who is charismatic, you understand that there's a certain game that you have to play in respect. Like, how many of the dudes that are successful in the dating game, but like low key, are addicted to video games, right? But they don't let they don't let that component of their realness or their personality come out.
Now, it's important to understand that MTR has a much broader audience than me. I typically focus on Black people, and MTR has a focus that's more wide-ranging. But he did give a hint at the Black community here in talking about this idea of corporate thugs. In other words, you need to be a very charismatic guy to get the typical Black woman in America. You need to be very hood, then at the same time, very smart, then to be able to clap cheeks very good. And your personality needs to be stretched so wide to cover all of this territory, which really shouldn't be necessary. But he would contrast that to Thailand.
When you're in a place where it's completely different and you're not held to the standards or the comparisons of those around you.
Now, in comparisons to having to be the...
Real quick, I'm gonna pause right there. Is it really that different, or do you think, man, they're a little more nicer because they doing a long play as far as like getting to the money? And I'm just asking.
Wally, you want to go first?
So for me, it's a pick and choose. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell. I've never been out there. I never really experienced the world out there like that. But honestly, at least to my opinion of seeing something that's way outside of me, most agents are pretty conservative people. They're not, other than the more that are around the same archetype as far as like the rowdy bunches agents, like most of those agents are really conservative and quiet. So, in a lot of sense of what MTR is saying, I can somewhat see his point because, and even to this point, it sort of went back a little bit to what we talked about last week because in a lot of senses of what MTR is pretty much saying in the first part of when you was playing the video, in a sense, we all have to pigeonhole these archetypes about ourselves, but most people don't even have these archetypes that they need to build on. Even and then it's like, because like, for instance, right? Okay. Like he pretty much said, you can be some dude that's a video gamer, but then you have to co-op yourself and also being the guy that's wannable. And then the guy that's a tough guy. And then you got to make all these different compositories of what you're trying to emulate just to get the chick. But in a lot of ways, like pretty much what we talked about last week, in a lot of ways, some people may say that's quote unquote performative. That's not really who you are. You're just selling that vibes just so you can get the chick. But reality, who you really are, you're just laying on a mask just to sell it to her and then be like to get the chick. But when it's all said and done, then you're just sort of starting to see that you ain't really what you sold yourself to be.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, what's the point then at this point? So from that standpoint, I'm guessing what like sort of what MTR is breaking down is. He don't got to sell himself higher than who he is. Okay, he can just be him. versus over here, we have to sell ourselves way more higher than who we are because they're looking for the ultimate man, which you ain't gonna get.
What's your take on that, Stan?
You know, a good example of this will be Klay Thompson. Like, he's like, hey, I appreciate the experience, but I'm not down to y'all level.
You said that cat got burned out, huh? He was like, hey, fuck this. I can't do this no more.
No, but he just showed he's like, I am what I am, and that's all I am. So he's like, I don't know about no hood. I grew up rich. What we talking? And you know, he just, you know, he ain't have to say nothing. He's like, this is who I am, and you're not gonna force me to marry you, and you can go ahead and say I cheat, but it's all okay, and I'm going back to fishing and boating. And it's like, yeah, because he's like got out of it. Like, you don't have to do it. And I think more and more guys are doing it. Because like you can't, you know, it doesn't make sense. And even though if you do all this, they're not going to be loyal. A lot of women won't be loyal to you. A lot of them will still find cracks in it and say they don't like it and that's not who you really are. I'm like, okay. And then 3, they're going to cheat. So what's the benefit of doing all that stuff if you're not going to get anything out of it?
Well, I think, man, you definitely need to be yourself, man. So, you know, in a sense, I think this stuff might be good. Like if guys are saying, man, I'm not going to be front no more. And I want to go somewhere where I can chill. So that's a good thing. But I think if men was doing that to try to impress females and stuff, it's like, man, that's kind of on us. You can't blame females for that because, you know, you shouldn't be performing for nobody in the first place. I remember, man, one time, man, when I was, it was before I went into the military and I was still kind of a knucklehead and we was at this party and stuff. And I went and hollered at this one female because, you know, I just got my stuff together and my boy was with me. And I remember I went and hollered at this female and she was like, you know, you're not too rugged or something, she said, because, you know, I always had that calm demeanor and stuff. And so my boy, you know, I was like, oh, okay, well, shit. I went and hollered at somebody else, but my boy was like, yo, man, why don't you tell her what you used to do, your background and stuff? I was like, man, I ain't about to rob no bank to get no pussy. You know, I was like, man, if I gotta go and do all that, explain this shit up, I was like, nah, she's a loser. You know what I'm saying? You know, you shouldn't be like,
used to rob banks. What?
No, I said I'm not about to. You know, because she was like, you know, I'm looking for like a thug dude or something like that, somebody that like acts like that. So I was telling him, I was like, I ain't about to be like putting on no show for nobody or step into that life or explain what you used to do back in the day to impress them. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, that's why I said, I was like, I ain't about to rob no bank to go and get no ass. I'm good on that. But yeah,
that's
she
what they
said,
want. Because I remember we did a couple panels, ladies like, I need to know, I just need to know the bad guy a little bit. So I just need, you know, I need to feel like you can protect me in danger. It was like we're in modern times. We don't need all that stuff. We got police, ADT security, cameras everywhere.
Well, like, I still think in the United States, man, there's a portion of females that don't want that shit. So I just think, man, men got to stop being performative for the wrong women. It's like, man, go be yourself, go line what you don't. And, man, if you want to travel and go abroad, man, do that too. But, yeah, that whole trying to change for people, that whole bad guy shit, it's like, yeah, nah, I'm over here. I'm smart. I'm cool with portraying that image, man. I don't give a damn if you don't like it.
And we've seen enough stories on Instagram when brothers have been locked up in jail and they give us, I'm like, you went through all that? And then I'm like,
man, like, but you know, I seen it growing up. I was like, man, I want no parts of that. Y'all good. Y'all take that shit. Like, I'm over here. I'm going to be in the burbs. Y'all go do all that crazy shit. But now, if guys are going over, they're starting to conform and not do that shit no more. I do think that's a positive, though.
Yes. Did you guys have the Scare Straight program growing up?
Nah.
Hell no.
Most people ain't get scared straight until like you get knocked and then you can't do shit no more. That was the Scare Straight program where you can't like get a good job and your life's fucked up. Now most people learn too late, but I did see the show though, so I think it is an effective method, man. They take them kids and show them and shit.
Well, in
Dade
County.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, like in Dade County, they brought them to our schools. So I remember in the 10th grade, they brought like 3 brothers. It was like 2 of them were like 5'10", 5'9". There was one, he was like 6'6". But they bring him to the school like chained up, right? With the orange suits. And what stuck in my mind was the one that was 6'6" when he fell to his knees and cried. And he told us what he went through. And he's like, his mother passed away, so he didn't get to see his mother, right? It was like, whoa, right? And then when he told us they sold his booty from the jail all the way up to the federal system, and how he's
You said sold his booty.
yeah.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, that would have scared the hell out of me.
Well,
I'll probably.
and he was crying. The other 2 had to like comfort him.
Yeah, I would have got straight A's that day after that. I would have been like, look.
And and it was like he's like everybody sold it, like the public attorney, like he was sold off in so many channels, and like he ain't never getting out of jail, and he was just because he had kilos, and he's like, I'm not getting out, and he's still property to somebody, right? And after since at the 10th grade, like I was L7 square. That was it, man. I jumped. I went ahead. I worked myself out of regular classes because regular classes was easy for me. I jumped to CP, college preps, and honors. I was like, give
Damn.
me-
So okay, so that's carry program. I bet that shit worked. You say you was out there doing charity work.
Yeah, I mean, because I was like, regular was so easy for me. I was like, okay, I'll just pass.
All right, man. We only you out here bragging and shit. Shut up.
No, but like when he just like. When you see somebody 6'6", 300 pounds of muscle drop to their knees crying, and they telling you the system in place, like we thought that jail and prison was the same.
Yeah, that's
And
too
you see
different.
somebody that big crying on the floor like a baby, and it's like, oh yeah, that
Yeah, that's fucked up.
make me a nerd for life.
But all right, let me jump back to this video and stuff.
Corporate thug for a lot of women, especially in the black community. These norms don't really matter in places like Thailand. Now, I'm in Uganda, and Ugandans are black, and just like Kenyans are black also. But these parameters that black men in America have to be under are not the same, even in African or black-based countries such as Uganda, Nigeria, and Kenya. And this is one of the reasons why you
I do think O'Shea probably the only one I heard, man, go to Africa though. Do you know like quite a few any other people that like go to that region?
Yeah, there's a few. O'Shea has a channel. I'll find it for you and send it to you. Where he interviewed people, African Americans who stayed in Africa and trying to build their wealth there. He has a channel. Like he has a good African channel.
Oh, okay. Damn, I didn't realize that.
Oh, he has a lot of channels. Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think only other person, but I think he already moved. But I think what's that dude Austin?
Oh yeah, Austin. Yeah, he did.
But he that was after the fact. That was his first move. That was after the fact.
Austin be every goddamn weirdo, man. He's one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He be hella moving.
He's kind of one of the ones I think fucked it up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I think he's funny and shit, but I think he like drew a lot of negativity, I would say, to their movement, man.
Nah, it was more of the idiots that did that. The newbies.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the only thing was wrong with Austin, and there was nothing wrong with him. It was that he was young. He was 22 and doing it, and the sisterhood didn't like it. Because if you got somebody 22 that can like leave, not military, right? Leave and like go off, right? And like build a network, that's scary. Because it's like, yo, now younger, and he did what he did. Like younger people was thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going to graduate from high school and I'm going to visit other countries. I'm not going to do my spring break. I'm going to visit other countries and see what's out there.
Okay, I didn't realize he was that young. So okay, that makes sense. Okay, shit. If he only like 20 something.
Yeah,
he young boy. But he had the balls to jump out there because he was like on the forefront of a lot of this though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay,
He talked about it. But he did say Africa for a while. But what he had now, Wally?
I'm just saying that I think that was his latest, as far as I remembered.
Yeah, I seen him in a few places though. So nah, definitely he be moving. So moving around.
And also you had Kai Cenat, right? No, it wasn't Kai Cenat. It was another streamer. Oh, he did a
Talking
tour in
about,
Africa.
I know you're talking about ISO Speed.
Yes. Yeah, and that one what he did with the and Ghana, when they did the oil, the shea butter, and they was like saying his name like raising the energy.
I'm gonna have to check some of these out. Yeah, I ain't seen none of these.
Oh man, it was hilarious. Everybody like, I won't book my ticket. Cause he was getting like massaged by at least a good 10 women from head to toe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But all right, let me play some more, man. We ain't gonna watch the whole thing. It's long, but
Have so many brothers coming here. You can be a good man. You can be a provider. You can be yourself. You don't have to fake the funk just to be around a lady in these other countries, and they could still view your masculinity. And speaking of masculinity, well,
And they more than likely want a man that's already finished the race as opposed to running the race with you.
most women wait at the finish line in America. Women don't want you until you become somebody in America, which is typically how it works everywhere, to be honest. But here's the catch. When you're a man in America and you're trying to build yourself to obtain the kind of woman that you want physically, at the same time, this woman is dealing with a man that she's attracted to who can't do anything for you. And then what often happens is the guy who becomes the producer has the advantage over the woman who's just sitting there waiting at the finish line. And then if you don't deal with this woman because you no longer want her or she has kids, somehow, some way, you don't like black women, you don't like American women, and you're just exercising your options. The issue is so many women have underestimated men that they never thought that these guys would become something. So once these guys become something, they don't want you like you want them because you were not invested into their future. And then this part.
Women are not asking how much that you make, right? There's still an expectation of, hey, you know, he's the man, he's gonna get, and that's fine. But when you're doing it in a place where it's literally 80 to 90% less money than what you're used to, I gave an example within that story, and I said, you know, if I get chicken fried rice in Atlanta, it's $22, $23. If I go get chicken fried rice with tax, if I go get chicken fried rice over here, it's like $2-3.
Now, dating in America, women.
yeah, that's a hell of a drop. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on pack it on up, y'all, because I'll be fucking some fried rice up.
Wow. $2-3? Man.
Stan about to move. Stan, when you leaving?
I don't know about moving. I already been over there. I visit is one thing. To stay, I just couldn't do it.
What, in Thailand?
Well, in China. Well, I was in Hong Kong and Korea. Their humidity is worse than Florida. All the buildings is like 100 something stories. It's like it's up high. And the elevator don't work, man. You gonna get you some big old calves like Samoans. Like all it took me was three days. My calves was like ballooned up.
So you was out there looking like Arnold and shit.
Yep. And then my friends I was with, it was like, man, leave it to you to be the only black man to find the only black woman in Hong Kong.
Shout out to Stan, keeping it real, huh? But let me ask you, so what, like, out of Asia or the places you've been, what would you prefer, man? Like South America, you think, or?
Nah, I won't pick South America because that's like Miami. I'm sorry. Shout out to my Latino side family. Love y'all. No. I really like Asia. It's just typhoon season. That's something I want to live with. But I do like it, like the calmness of it. But it's also not a place where I wouldn't recommend anybody who wants to be a what I'm looking for, a troublemaker to go to, because they don't have cops. Like that, it was military, and people got to understand. Like, man, when you see that, you see how real it is, because they're not playing jokes with people over there when it's curfew. Like, there's a curfew. You need to be going back home or go back to your hotel. Like, you're not gonna sit down and sass a cop. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I heard Singapore, man. You even spit on the ground, boy. You getting arrested. I heard they don't mess around with like littering and all that type of shit.
To those who got to eat sunflower seeds with the shells, this is not the place. This is not the place.
But let me ask y'all, man, before we jump to the next topic, why you think like passport bros get so much hate though? Because it seemed like somewhat from both sides, man, men and women. Why you think? I would say for the women, we'll start with that one first, man. They get so much hate.
Go ahead, Wally.
You want me to start with me? I mean, to be honest, I can't really put this into perspective. I mean, for me, this is how I look at it. I can't speak for everybody else. They can cry me a river for all that shit. But I mean, at this point, I mean, for me, this is how I look at it. It's like, if you up and leave, you just one body that is leaving the overall economy that's just going on. What pretty much what's going on here, right? And people can look at a situation and everything, but at the end of the damn day, it's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do about the situation? Because pretty much, right? The Michael movie dropped and everything. You go back and go listen to Michael, and one of his many songs is "The Man in the Mirror," right? And one thing that he pretty much put in that song was, you're neither the problem or you're neither the solution. If you ain't the problem, are you the solution? And if you ain't the solution, are you the problem? And you sort of look back at it and you think, usually, at least for me at the start, when I think about and I hear people saying they're just up and leaving, you're not fixing the issue. You're just helping the issue just be more current. Because when you take yourself and leave, it's just more so of what really gets fixed here. Nothing. So, from that standpoint, I can say, like, that's my standpoint from that. But at the same time, hey, I ain't gonna knock no one from staying here, because, like, hey, look, you can try your best hard. You can say, hey, I think this is an issue and this is a solution to this. But, if no one don't take it, I mean, hey, I can't really tell people what to do neither. So it's like people could always still do what they do. So it's like, at the same point, I can't really front them for really walking away, because what more can you do? Because if you told them to find a solution, they said this is going to be a solution one way or another in their ideals or in their thought process, and you said, that ain't it, well, then what more is it? Because at the end of the damn day, people can keep sitting here and conjure up any other ideas they want, but the moment you don't like it, it's like, well, what's the point of me stressing over it? I'm done here. So for me, that's just what it is on that end, but I let it be what it is.
All right, Stan, why you think they getting so much hate, man?
It forces the, when I say force, you have to see it like, oh my God, this is really a problem, because men are leaving. When men refuse to go to nightclubs now, men are like not going to churches. It's like men are leaving. Now men are leaving the country. So what does that say about the country, right? Uh, Zoom to Thailand had a great segment. It was like a year or two ago, where there was an African American woman there with her husband, and he took the conversation to his apartment, and the lady was going off, but it's like, then why are you here? Like, why did you come to Thailand, right? About like black men up here in Thailand and getting these women are poor and dirty, but like his wife or his girlfriend was there, and the wife like, I ain't dirty and I ain't poor. But it was like, she said all these things, and but like, like the thing about it is like, yo, like the men already told you what they want, and it's like, you don't want to do it. Okay, if you don't want to do it, and I agree men shouldn't force it, and you don't want to do it, and it's fine, you gotta leave them alone, because men are getting what they want from other countries, and that's what's been going on for decades, even now a century. So, and this even white men. White men have left America long
Shit,
before
white
black
men
men.
started it. They've been man, I was looking at one chart. I didn't realize how much like white men and white women date out like the race. They got the highest percentage.
Yeah, look at Bob Marley's father. He's like, I'm going to Jamaica and get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come back here. So, like, white men have done it. Like, and it's and then before anybody, like, any other races. I mean, Latinos leave too. Latinos leaving Latin women. They're leaving. They're going getting somewhere else. And that's something we have to look at culturally, like what's going on, because like nobody's leaving together on a trip, right? Because nobody's like, oh, let's go see the world together. For me, it's like, man, I ain't bringing sand to the beach. You ain't blocking my blessings.
There's a hell nah.
Yeah, but mind you, like look at that 20 years ago or 30 years ago, right? We were all like, okay, I'll take this vacation with my girl, right? Now it's like, nah, I want to leave you here and let me see what's out here because, you know, I might find real love.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't looking for no goddamn love. Stop playing, Stan.
But I always say men are looking for love because all the stories we've gone through, it's just like you simping, love seeking nigga.
Yeah,
That's what
okay, I got you. Nah, good
right?
point,
Because
good
they
point.
all looking for love. They're all looking for love. And one more thing, though, I will say this, right? It's not bad because you even have couples that want to meet other couples, like the love with borders, and I'll send them towards you. Like, so, like, they even will meet with you because you're a vet. So, they, especially if you're a vet, man,
What you
they're
talking about? Some
very
swinger shit?
no, no, no.
Stan, we know you're a
But
freak. I just had to ask. I had to get some
you know what I'm saying?
clarification.
For the freaky side, there's hedonism this month in Jamaica. But go ahead to reach out to me. Go to SJ and he'll hook you up with information. Uh, but because he's married, right? So it's good for couples to see like how would it work for their relationships, like their retirement, and build the communities. Because what you don't want to do is for the wife to feel alone and not have her own network, right? And so, and they're great. Like, there's one thing I learned from that channel, and his wife is really good at it. It was like stop looking at European designers, right? And stuff like that. She said, oh, there's designers here and colognes here, and the whole thing of like, yes, no matter where you are as a couple, there's museums, there's places to eat that they just facilitate things that make couples grow as a couple and get closer, as opposed to straining the finances and feel like you can't do things together and
Oh,
making
okay.
stress. But that's what I'm saying. Like they're really good. So for couples, I'll make sure I find it tonight.
Yeah, send
I'll
that to
send it
me.
to
I'll
your
definitely
inbox.
check it out.
And they're really good. Like how to start a business, how to get a business online, to you know what I'm saying, to continue working, and yeah, it's amazing. Like there are people that want to help you and not break you. But if you're single, I'm sorry, you stay in America. I'm about to leave and figure out what's out here and I might come back 5 years from now, married. You know, my son is somewhere out here, got protein shakes. He's the biggest one in the village.
You say you're gonna be in the Amazon and shit. Nah, cause I like what you were saying. Cause yeah, that's what me and my wife we looking at. We like shit. We doing all this stuff, man. When we retire, we might up and leave. Like we still want to keep our house, but like go out there for like a part of the year, you know, and bounce back and forth. So we probably gonna do it like that. But yeah, we definitely we looking around. So nah, I think it's good that people are traveling, man, expanding their horizons and shit. And not just settling in because I do think like United States got too much entitlement, man. I think that's what's killing everything. Crazy expectations, entitlement, and I think that's what's forcing everybody to be like, you know what, man, fuck that. And I think that's a good thing. People are going abroad, man, if they don't want to deal with these unrealistic expectations, man. I think it's a good thing.
Then somebody broke it down like, how are you paying New York, California rent in Ohio?
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
it doesn't make sense. Like, how do you justify $4,000 for a studio in Ohio?
Yeah, ain't no way in hell I'll pay. Yeah, because man, we were looking at something, man, and we was watching something because I'll be looking at all that finance stuff, man.
Mhm.
Even mobile homes, they overcharging people because like they're starting
How
to tear
much?
down some of those mobile homes and trying to put like luxury apartments there. So yeah, everybody's just getting priced out, man. So
Okay, I'm gonna hook you up with that too, because there's like, oh my god, I saw the mobile home is double wide, 6 bedrooms, and it was less than 100K. And the guy was like, he was breaking it down. He's like, the way like the new homes are allegedly, these new homes are being built, they're not built to last. Those
oh
projected
yeah,
to like you have 20 years to repair it. Cut it in half to 10. Now cut that in half and 5. So every 5 years you have to repair these new homes, allegedly.
yeah, they're making the walls like you could touch them, man. It's not. They're like thin. So yeah, the material is definitely different.
But these mobile homes, they come fully furnished.
Nah, but I'm talking about the ones that people rent. They were raising the prices, and a lot of them they're gutting them out. They're like, man, we gonna slap some apartments over there and shit. So
Yeah,
they're starting to
but that's
uproot
still a
them.
community though. There's a community. I'm sorry, Wally, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing because I had heard some stories within Myanmar's mobile homes. They're trying to knock that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking them down because they just want apartments. They're like, man, you think about it. Like, I forgot that one show we did. Yeah, because I'm gonna do a segment on that. But shit, a regular 1 bedroom apartment, just even in like what Stan was saying, it'd be like 1,600 for like a small ass apartment in no name areas. so you could just imagine, man, they just trying to squeeze every dollar out of people.
Yeah.
But all right, man, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump into the next segment. So yeah, this one was crazy. There was this federal judge down in Atlanta. She ended up sleeping with the deputy, I think, police officer. There was rumors that people were hearing noises of her getting their boots knocked up in the courtroom or her office. So yeah, that was going around. So let me pull this up, man. I was like, damn, man, why we got to be the ones on Front Street on this one, man? This should be pissing me off though, when people finally get in these high positions. It's like they almost get into a fair situation. I'm like, damn, man, can't y'all have some damn discipline, some self-control? Like, at least get a hotel room and shit. Because I think she's married. I don't know if the guy was married, but yeah.
Married?
Yo, I think she was like the first like black female federal judge down there, and he was a high like.
And she's black.
Yeah, it's a sister.
So,
And the deputy police officer, he was a pretty high position too, black dude too. So I'm like, damn, man, why can't y'all at work? They was acting like they worked at Chili's or some shit. I'm like, man, this is some shit you expect from like some Amazon workers.
Hey, Chili's have dignity. They'll at least go to a hotel.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, damn. I'm like, y'all got some high ass positions to be fucking doing this at work and put y'all money at risk. Because, once you hit them type of positions, man, you don't put years in. Those are like, to get that high, you at least had like 18, 20 years. Matter of fact, let me see how much a judge make in Atlanta.
Wait, this is Atlanta too? Again?
Yep, it's Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
Atlanta is always in some stuff.
I know. They live up to every prototype or every stereotype. They like, man, we got we getting quiet down here. We gotta do something to like fuck this up even more. Them in Houston. I think Houston is like
And
neck and neck
Florida.
with them.
In South Florida. It's a rotation. It's like Florida, Texas,
No.
Atlanta.
Florida hasn't had these stories. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Florida been kind of calming down.
When
Man.
it comes, name a story where officials were, bunny rabbit hopping in the back room.
Yeah, it says a judge in Atlanta makes about 200 to 5,000. So yeah, she fucked that up.
You gonna tell me the Cubans are that pure in morality, Wally? That's what we're saying.
No, what I'm saying is this level of story. We ain't that up there. I'm sorry, we ain't not that up there. I'm not saying that the level of morality is not down low, but that's a whole different story.
But all right, let me go ahead and play this real quick. So yeah, it says typically it takes someone about, it says 10 to 20 years to become a judge.
And
So,
she
yeah, that's
wasted it over some deed. Ooh, man.
Yeah, all over some dick. And he was a deputy, like I think police chief or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. He had a good title too, where that takes some time to get that type of
And money.
title and all that.
And money.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah. He getting paid, so that's what I'm saying. Both of them to do that at work. That's why I was like, fuck, what's wrong with y'all, man?
Is he married as well, or is he?
They didn't give the details on him.
Okay.
But let me play this. It might be in here, so let me go ahead and play this.
New at 6, a federal judge and a high-ranking Atlanta police official are at the center of explosive allegations.
It involves sexual encounters inside the judge's chambers during work hours. Tonight, Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln breaks down the judicial order. And Ashley, federal judges discovered this activity went on for years.
Yeah, according to this 20-page order from the chief judge
Years?
over the 11th
Oh,
district.
Lord.
Now, the report does not name the judge, but for the last 2 days, I've been speaking with sources and going through public records to identify the accused after federal employees complained about hearing intimate noises through the walls.
These are serious allegations.
They're allegations of sexual encounters during work hours that a federal judge admitted to, according to this newly released judicial order. The report details an investigation launched after a complaint was filed against a federal judge last September.
I don't think judges are perfect. They're human beings, too.
Former federal prosecutor Doug.
No. 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 No.
Yeah, he put the excuse on that, but was he the lawyer or something? Shit, he's like, look, man, they're human beings too.
No, they're not. You're judging. You got to be at a. You're a judge. You're a
Yeah, that's
judge.
Yeah, I'm a human being, but if somehow I was able to have the highest level of motherfucking fucking in the courtroom, you mother, you know what?
Yeah, you got a different like societal bar that you got to set when you a judge or certain jobs, man. You can't be operating like I said, like the Chili's worker, like you at some warehouse and shit. Like,
And forget that.
Amazon worker.
Right.
Allegedly.
yeah, the bar should be a little higher. They was like fucking during work hours. She admitted to the shit. So yeah, this is crazy. But shout out to my man right here. He's one of those like friends you get in the corner. He could justify everything you do.
Like they humans too. Like we all fucking at work. Like no, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not possible.
You would think.
Gilfillan says federal laws allow judges' identities to remain undisclosed in reports like these to protect the integrity of investigations.
However, the law requires an
integrity?
order like this one to be made public if there's an imposition of discipline.
The report claims the judge had sex on at least 5 occasions over a 2-year period inside her chambers with a high-ranking police officer. Employees interviewed during the investigation described multiple incidents where they allegedly heard people having sex through the walls. One court clerk testified to hearing what was described as unsettling noises, kissing, and music coming from the judge's chambers.
They was playing some music, so they had a soundtrack going and shit.
It had to be R. Kelly 12 play. 12 play.
Hey man, can you imagine like if you were a spouse or something and this information coming out of you like, oh, this motherfucker, man, at work? Like,
Man, music? Oh my God. That's crazy.
yeah, they turned that shit into. They was like, fuck the hotel. They were like, we about to save some money. We about to do it right in this office. That's some bullshit.
When they say 5 times, we got to time it by what? 3 or what was the math? 3 or 10?
5 times within 2 years.
So we timed that by what?
About 50. Because I
Oh,
get what you're saying.
250
Typically, they
times.
say times it by 3. But, man, if you bold enough to fuck in your office playing music, you done did it way more than the magnifier, but multiplier by 3. You got to do that by 50. You been fucking. If you that bold and comfortable, be like, you know what? They making noises. They don't even give a fuck. You done hit a bar. You hit a level of like, I don't even give a fuck if I get caught. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you've been doing some shit.
2 years free? Nah, you definitely had to be fucking. Probably
Oh
not.
yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're at this point where you're playing music in a court. This is a court where they got like cameras, a level of prestige.
Yeah.
Oh, he ate ass at work. He done ate ass, sucked toes at work. Yeah, they went beyond the norm. That's what I'm saying. They did some disgusting acts at work. So yeah.
So you're
It
saying
had to have been like
they
the
got too
chamber
comfortable, huh?
room.
What was that, Wally?
I said they got too comfortable, huh?
Oh, they beyond
That's
comfortable.
loud. Yeah, because like there's chambers where like people not supposed to hear you because you don't want, that might be private matters that you don't want.
Yeah, you could be discussing a case and shit. So yeah, for people to hear you fucking like.
Yeah, and those chambers are supposed to be soundproof, so I guess it's not soundproof because they have to play music. And the only music allegedly that you could play is going to be 70s, 80s, and 90s because they got multi-layer.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, I'm
From
with
what
you.
I read.
I wish they said what music was playing. Boy, that would have I'd have been like, bitch.
Yeah, 'cause I'm thinking 12 play because R. Kelly is pretty loud on 12 play. That whole you can do a lot with 12 play playing in the background.
I wonder what job her husband does, because if she the breadwinner, he taking all that bread. He gonna take
big
that
time.
pension. He taking
Big
all
time.
that bread.
Big time.
Why should the everyday person care about these allegations?
The American legal system depends on honesty and truthfulness.
This investigative report did not identify
Wait,
the
didn't you
judge
just
or
say
the
that she like
officer, but
everybody else?
Yeah, he had to throw that out there. He's like, look, because he knew he was gonna throw some shade at them, so he's like, let me go ahead and throw this shit out there in the front, but I'm about to bury these motherfuckers. So,
Oh yeah, she didn't fire him as a lawyer because he just went ahead and buried the case.
but see, that's her right there. So yeah, shit, damn, she was getting it in.
Multiple sources confirmed to Channel 2 that federal judge Eleanor Ross and Atlanta Police Deputy Chief
See that's both of them right there.
Yeah. Whoever her wife is, he's going down.
Kelly Collier were the two accused. In the complaint, the judge's employee said she attended a primary election victory party for a district attorney on May 21st, 2024. A source provided Channel 2 this photo showing Ross at that party. The order also says the judge presided over a hearing the following day. Channel 2 obtained federal court records showing Ross presided over a supervised release hearing on May 22nd, 2024. And regarding the officer, the chief judge wrote the officer has worked for the PD since 1998, later adding that the officer has held this role since 2025. Atlanta police records show Collier joined the department in 1998, and his LinkedIn profile reflected a promotion in 2025. That LinkedIn page has since been taken down. I reached out to Ross, but a representative responded with no comment. The chief judge has already issued Ross a private reprimand, and she agreed to write apology letters to her employees. She was also reprimanded for attending a political...
That's some bullshit. Why would you let my ass? You didn't even get fired. The hell?
They scrambling because
I think. Why you? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, yesterday.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, typically when people don't know how to handle like a situation before it blows up, they be trying to do all these like they scrambling to like, oh man, you gotta do an apology and all that. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work for no federal judge. Yeah, they getting fired. So this probably happened before they did this hit the news cycle, because I saw a lot of people doing breakdowns on this. So yeah, they gotta go.
Well, could it be they didn't want to fire them or reprimand them too harshly because I'm thinking about maybe it'll affect all the cases that they were like over. But now it could be in question.
Nah, definitely. Because I mean, if there's like some ethical shit going on, that can have an impact.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely some of that. But also, I think people just don't know how to handle situations, so they just try to do some like basic slap on the hand type shit. But yeah, now that this caught like a national news cycle. What was that?
I'd have been like, look, who's the backup judge? You've been promoted. Get out.
But sometimes, man, they do have so many layers on shit.
Man, nah. See, that's the problem. See, no, because let this happen to somebody that was at a regular McDonald's, they would have been fired so fast, the world would have turned upside down on their ass. Like, come on, bro. I don't got time for this. Like, no. This right here is the most despicablest thing in the world. And not even yet. Once again, the community still goes down under because two people right here wanted to fucking bone and be rabbits. Man, what is this? Y'all embracing y'all rabbit spirits? Okay. Get that bunny hopping out your system.
They can't, Wally, because they're at work. They're stressed, and they found solace in each other.
Yeah, she married her husband. It sound like.
Talking points.
Hold on, let me finish playing the rest of the video. But I found a picture of her husband. So yeah, that's fucked up. I know my man gotta be heated.
Political event as federal judges are prohibited from participating in political activities. The chief judge said harsher discipline was not imposed because of the judge's exemplary service to the court, along with the fact the judge ended the relationship and accepted responsibility.
In some ways, this is a self-inflicted wound, and it just shows further distrust in the system by the public, and that's just not something that we need right now.
And Atlanta police provided a statement this afternoon saying it launched an investigation to determine if the person mentioned in the federal report is an Atlanta police officer. Now, we've attempted to reach out to Collier and have not heard back. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ashley.
What was the guy positioned then? Like, he's not part of Atlanta task force?
No, I think he's just a police chief or something like that, deputy.
But not part of Atlanta. Oh, so he's the states?
No, I think I don't know how they break it down in their jurisdiction, whatever. But
okay.
But yeah, she definitely should have got fired. Whoever's like her supervisor, that motherfucker tried to push that under the rug, man. Because yeah, if it would have been a regular employee, they would have been gone.
But that leaves the question of, like, since it's been going on for 2 years, could it have been like other judges was doing it as well?
That could be possible, man, because that could be like a culture thing. That's probably why, like, they ain't know what to do. They probably like, shit, well, I done did some shit, so I ain't trying to, like, push too hard, because, damn, I got to damn near fire myself. So, I was in here fucking, too. So, yeah, sometimes, like, it'd be a whole culture, because, yeah, that's just odd that people in this professional type jobs would actually, like, do that shit at work. You know what I'm saying? And that's sloppy.
No, remember we covered a story, I think it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, the lawyer that was after Trump, and it got flipped that she was having sex with her subordinate in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. I remember the lawyer talking about, but still, man, this is the judge. You know, typically they be like, you know, because they look at that courtroom, their office, that's like extension. That's like their home, man. So, you know, they're like, I'm by the book. You know, they got to have that stern stance. So I can see a lawyer doing some shit, but not the judge. But when the judge is doing all this freak shit, that's a little bad.
Yeah.
But all right, I found this article right here. It said Judge Eleanor Ross' husband, 5 things on Byron Ross admin, sex and chamber scandal involving Atlanta cop Kelly Kohler. So yeah, that's the husband right there. So yeah.
Bald-headed, light-skinned man, caught up in the drama.
Yeah, I know that brother got to be heated.
And he's a church? Wait, he's a minister?
They really don't say what he does.
He's a minister, or he also a judge?
Oh, that might be the cop right there. No, he's married to Judge Brian K. Ross, so he's a judge too.
Lord, what kind of freaky stuff is this? You a judge, and judges are doing. What is he doing?
Yeah, okay, here it is. So Brian K. Ross, so that's him. So Brian was appointed to serve as a judge for the state court. So a prestigious guy, got the money, you know. Not an ugly brother, so successful, and she out here creeping on him like he worked for Chick-fil-A and shit. Yep, Brian was raised in Columbus, Georgia, got his bachelor's from Florida A&M. He served as a field artillery officer in the United States Army, so okay.
He's a vet, a U.S. vet? Oh,
yeah, he a vet too. Yeah, it says Brian and Eleanor have 2 daughters together. So she's setting a bad example. So yeah,
man, get a DNA test on the daughters. He's gonna be a passport bro. He's gonna be a passport bro soon too.
Yeah, that's a crazy story though. I see that one. I'm like, damn, that's some novice rookie shit right here.
Yeah, her ex-husband, that's what I'm say it now. The ex-husband, he's gonna be going to Panama.
Yeah, he about to. I don't know what their financial. I know they got to be good, but he definitely about to cash out. He gonna be like,
Man,
yeah,
that's
what they're.
sad. Judge, because if that's the culture, right, and you only gonna send a letter, I'm like, don't send me no letter. Give me like, I'm traumatized. I need 6 months of PTO and some bonuses.
But my thing is, man, it's all right to. I don't understand why people just don't move on. It's like, obviously, man, you doing all this and you kicking it with that guy. Y'all going to like political functions. It's like, you like him, man. Just go get that divorce. Separate, man. Get your ass a hotel room. Shit.
Maybe
Don't
the
fuck up
excitement
your.
of it all. It's just the excitement.
Yeah, but still, it's like,
The
because it said the
excitement
cop
is-
guy, he joined the force in 1998. So that's what I'm saying, man. They put in all these years to fuck up their bread and livelihood like that.
I'm sorry, Wally, go ahead. You
Yeah,
said
my
the
bad, Wally.
excitement.
What was you?
No, you were talking about some damn excitement. What the hell? That ain't an excuse.
Nah, that's what it is. There's a little sick way, man.
Shit.
Look at Travel. Travel One ain't shit. Travel One said he picked her. Did he vet her?
Well,
That's
Look, from the romantic comedy standpoint, I mean, this is what started off a romantic comedy, right?
romantic comedy. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, I've been on the reviews with SJ and the other crew.
What about it?
You know, like she always working and he's always there. And do they dare start a romance that nobody could understand?
Yeah, this shit starting to sound like a Lifetime movie.
But mind you, but that's was the start of it, right? Because she's always working, and the police officer is always there, and
You understand? Then the correct movement is set up a fucking play date. I don't got time, man. Y'all motherfuckers be doing this.
But you know the fucked up thing, Stan? It's like he's a judge, so he knows the background of the work, what it entails. So it's not like you could really pull that on him. It'll be different, say, if he was like a engineer or something and he didn't know like the courtroom, the law stuff. Because I know in his mind, he gotta be like, man, why the fuck you work so much and I don't? Like, maybe you need to switch and come over to my lane or something. So yeah, that's weird. He must have been just like one of those naive brothers, been like, oh, okay, just bought anything she said. But yeah, that's the deputy chief. So yeah,
he's gonna leave. He's gonna be a passport bro.
Yeah, this deputy chief though, he's definitely getting fired. He ain't gonna get the like slap on the hand like she got. They said they launched the investigation. That brother out of there because he just got promoted. What 2025? They said. So yeah, he new to that. Yeah, they getting bouncing. Get him out of there. Yeah, this is crazy, boy. Damn. Yeah, we got to do better, man. We finally getting these roles, man. We got to hold it down for the rest of the people out here. We can't be taking these losses like that. But all right, man, we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump into the last topic. So the last one is the whole Daphne Joy tape leak situation. So 50 Cent, man, he has some words for a homegirl. His his baby mom came out here. She had that sex tape with Diddy and stuff. And I guess some of the images leaked and stuff. So we was talking about this on Rush's channel, man. Out of this whole situation, she's definitely out there. But do you think like 50 took the biggest L out of this whole situation? I'll start with you, Wally. Why Stan come back up?
For sure, the answer is yes. Because if I'm not mistaken, right, did that happen before he dated her? Did she did that with Diddy before she dated him?
No, I think it was after.
So they were together, and then she went to go fuck with Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay. See. Okay. Then technically, that ain't worse.
But hold on, let me pull up her dating history. I pulled that up. Give me one.
Like,
Staying
okay, they
over there
done
with
that
that
relationship. It is what it is.
Staying over there with that cheap ass Wi-Fi. All right, so here's her dating history. So number 5, damn, Diddy looking like a straight up alien on this motherfucker. So okay, Diddy was the last one. They so far. Jason Derulo, number 4. 50 was number 3. Tyrese done been with every goddamn body, didn't he? He was number 2, and then Peter, whoever this guy is, was number 1.
Yeah, see,
She was definitely about gold diggerism. If the number 1, that old guy, was her. This is what cracks me up with, like, man, this is where our ego fucks us up. Because if I ever knew somebody's past and they got with an old guy, I'm already like not fucking with her. Look at this dude, man. That's somebody's grandfather. So that alone should have been like a warning sign for like 50 and them not to put no babies on this chick. But yeah, so now 50 had her before, I guess, Diddy got to her and did the tapes. But number 1 should have been a red flag for all these dudes to not fuck with her. You should have known her mindset at that point. Because, yeah, that homeboy looking like he was in Baywatch in like 1850 and shit. So, yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, 50 kind of took an L, man. 50 ain't vet this out. Shout out to Travel One. But all right, let me pull up this clip real quick. Because this is where they was asking 50 Cent. They kind of bought it up in this like conference that he was having. So let me go ahead and play this.
I think it's going to be so much less. You obviously didn't. But lots of other powerful people like you knew and said nothing.
Yeah, but they on the tapes.
Oh.
You just seen the first tape, man. There's a lot of tapes out there. None of that ain't got nothing to do with none of the parties. What you're looking at right now is separate. They feel like it's special because it's my son's mom in the actual tape. But we haven't had any intimacy for 12 years. She could be out back with a dog for all I can. To be honest with you, and she's the only person that we didn't get into the documentary that I wish we did, because it would be the person that's there that wasn't a victim.
That wasn't a victim.
No. See, when you think of women, we know women empowerment and for women, but let's not forget that there's some hoes. Right?
I'm predators. I'm predators. I'm predators.
No, let's just realize that's there. That this exists. So there's people that are there and they're looking for these things. Like they look for that. So she's just getting what she actually would. If you met at the present moment, check out the OnlyFans, man. It's up 85%.
Damn.
It's up 85%.
It's true.
Ooh.
It's true.
Let's talk
It's
about
true.
it.
It works if she's achieving what she's after. Trust me.
I just want to say about Daphne that we did reach out to Daphne. She was not in the film for her. That was her own choice to not be in this film. And I didn't, that's like sort of like a whole nother, there's a lot of different webs in this story. But I think
Go through the babysitter.
I think to go back to the film.
50 funny.
And what, like the stories that are in there, I think that there's a lot of different, there's just so many different dynamics and so many different.
I do give him credit, man, for how he's like calm about the whole situation. Because yeah, this is pretty embarrassing, just to be attached to somebody where you got a kid with him and all this shit coming out. I know that he's got to be like, damn, if the one nut, I should have just got some Jergens and nutted in that sink.
Relationships that people had, and I think that Diddy was again a master manipulator of knowing how he could manipulate men and women, just from various different backgrounds to get what he wanted. The one thing that most people had in common was that they came from homes that were not necessarily broken, because it doesn't mean that you would fall victim to all of this, but that they came from homes where they were seeking validation, and I think
that's who predators look for.
Correct, and he's a predator, and he commingled that with a multi-billion-dollar business.
Damn. But yeah,
Can we talk about this? Can we talk about that? It comes to a part, right? if you know that this is happening in your background, and if you know and if you do the work, you would spot it right away, right? Right away, like, hey, I'm falling into this because this was going on for me in my childhood. It's it takes off the responsibility of her because it's like, yo, you understand, like, because of this tape that's out here, you also ignoring the fact that not only was he right about, like, yo, she's an adult, and it was 40 minutes of footage on Twitter everywhere. 40 minutes of her playing with a centaur.
What you talk about, the red shit, like the background?
You literally said a sentence. You motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, man, who the hell films like sex scenes in red, man? That's some demonic shit, dog.
That's
like,
Diddy. It's on the. We all know that's what Diddy like. He gets the red lights. He liked that stuff, right? But the fact that, mind you, there was only one of many, and also because of this tape, it makes sense that Casey will leave the country because then her tapes will come out next, right?
Yeah.
But like also when he said, like, yeah, she went in and she put a sell out at 85%, and sure enough she did. And then she put out some kind of like she put out some public thing about like, oh, you know, this is not what she wanted, blah blah. But then at the same time, if you go to her Instagram, it was like, yeah, go to my OnlyFans. And it's like, if you check her Instagram, like she's like, okay, she's leveraging it. Um, it's it's crazy because like you also have a child and they in New York. Now let me tell people about New York real fast. Cause people be thinking New York is like everywhere else. No, it's not. When New York first place, Miami second place, third place is gonna be Atlanta when they do the dirty dozens. When they say yo mama jokes, New York will make you cry. New Yorkers will make you cry. Your mama is everywhere. And then she go ahead and do this stuff. Why nobody don't think about the kids or think about their life?
Cause they said, man, that's why I showed that her dating history. Cause you seen that first guy, man, he was an old guy, so obviously she a gold digger. And I hate when they always try to emphasize on the broken people theme, because is Diddy a manipulator? Yeah. But I think the females that mess with Diddy, they're manipulators too. So typically, man, you get two manipulators like taking each other out. That's what really happens, because Cassie came from two-parent household. She had both her parents. You know, people are just greedy, man. And whenever they want like materialistic stuff, they willing to do whatever, man. And, you know, like all the information that came out about Cassie, she was seeking out like a lot of them guys, man. Daphne Joy, she's bouncing from rich guy to rich guy. These motherfuckers ain't broken. Well, I mean, they're broken as far as what the stuff they mix up with, but nah. They just as bad as Diddy. That's why they in this mess. Cause just because you come from certain circumstances, there's a lot of people that say no to bad shit. So why don't we ever analyze like why people are able to say no to stuff? They don't go out here and do fucked up things to people. Instead, we, like you said, we try to paint that brush with everybody. So yeah, I'm not one of those. I'm like, you a grown ass adult. You gotta, just because you might have had a bad circumstance in life, don't give you a green light to go do fucked up shit. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't cross them lines. So I'm with you on that, Stan.
You know what's also more messed up about this is like they're getting paid, but mind you, the artists that made sure that Puffy could get money haven't gotten paid. So the sex workers are getting paid, but not the artists.
Nah, that's a good point. Yeah, they should start hitting them with some lawsuits. Like, shit, you out here fucking flying the Punisher out and making pornos in like red infrared and shit, like you on a military mission and shit. Like, how about I get my checks? Like, yeah, I damn sure would sue his ass.
Ain't no crazy stuff, right? The Punisher, well known in New York City. He's a manager as well. Shout out to the Punisher. He got a book out, but they're saying like the leverage that he put out, right? And it's like, yo, your tape's about to come out. Like, I'm wondering if people thinking about this stuff, right? because you have the other guy. Everybody's like dissing him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm suing Cassie, blah blah blah," and they're like, "Yeah, whatever, horse looking nigga, blah blah blah." And they just, like I said again, New Yorkers, when they come for you, they coming to destroy you. People don't understand. New Yorkers, like, man, you get on their bad side, they got stuff they've been holding on to. They got a whole book. So they went in on them, and there's a couple other ones, and it's like, I'm not speaking on behalf of the men, right? Because like now it's like, well, you a man, you should know better. How you let this man go ahead and play with you? How do you let this man film you? You're a man, and it's like, I know women like, well, if we're all the same, like, well, for men, we held on to a different accountability, right? If you do that type of stuff, you don't go get filmed, right? You keep that on the under, but how, as a guy, you're now going to be filmed and it's going to be out for free on Twitter.
But man, them dudes don't give a fuck. Man, all these motherfuckers are degenerates, man. That's what people don't understand. And I don't think like Cassie and them knew the magnitude of like doing all this shit, how it's gonna play out. Cause like you said, now they got kids. So like when the video I did with Cassie, I'm like, man, now your kids gotta like live with this torment. Like you said, man, they gonna get clowned and shit. Daphne Joy already getting clowned, 50 Cent's getting clowned, because of her background. That's why, like, guys, man, y'all better check them backgrounds and
50 Cent
know who you attaching yourself to. What's that?
But the way 50 Cent does, like, just because she's the mother of my child, are you kidding me? She's an adult. I was like, damn.
Yeah, but I'm saying that sounds cute, but it's like, man, still the fact that he even has to respond about her actions lets you know, like, it's still having an impact. Even though I think he did a good job, like, brushing it off, but it's like, man, you're still having to respond to her shit. Then your kid, however impact that's gonna have on them when like he's going to like classes and they're like, hey man, we saw that infrared shit with your mom, Diddy, and Sly Diggler and shit.
AKA Centaur.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit remind me of that Paris Hilton video tape that came out. She did hers in like green. Felt like you're on a military mission and shit. I'm like, what's wrong with these motherfuckers and these badass sex tapes that's coming out?
Just to be famous, it's like, it's not even worth it. Isn't? But like, and also it shows like, I forgot somebody put out there when somebody in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had a tape out, right? And they're
Mimi and the one guy, yeah. But they had the cameras and shit. They actually did a professional shit with theirs.
But it didn't move, like it didn't sell. Like, but then
because they was nobodies.
Yeah, because somebody pointed out. Oh, go ahead, Wally.
I didn't say that.
Oh, well, somebody put out like white girl sexuality and black girl sexuality is different. If it was a white girl, yes, it'll go further for their careers, but you're not white.
Nah, I think it's the magnitude of who's on them. Nobody cared about Mimi and that dude. They was just like,
because I would easily tell you right now. I mean, just the fact that it was Mimi. I mean, granted, it's Love and Hip Hop. It's like no one really cared because Mimi is just a regular. I mean, her name wouldn't be any more bigger without freaking her ex. So, I mean, and especially since it was in spite of him, even as well as far as I can remember. But yeah, I mean, let's be honest. That video it got just as big as people just finding out what the frick Mimi's pussy looked like. Like that is as big as you'll get. Like literally, that is the main thing that people want to know. If you was a woman, you more likely was trying to see what the man was packing. That's it. That's as high as it goes.
But see, like the thing with theirs, I think it wasn't authentic because you could tell like I said, they had like good lighting and shit. So I think that's what people was like, nah, they wasn't feeling it. They're like, they did this shit on purpose. I think people be like the ones that be coming out on accident and shit, be looking all cheesy and stuff.
No, yeah, that's for sure. But that's the limits they chose to go with, which is dumb.
Yeah, no, they came out and said they professionally did it. So after they were like, look, man, we was hurting. We had to put this shit out.
I mean, yeah, shit, he did. All Ray J and fucking Kim K shit.
Oh,
That shit was
Ray J, we
bad.
gonna have to do that review on his. He said he got pimped out.
He did got pimped out, but that shit was trash.
But still, you know that lost a $1 billion career. He said, "What's his name's mom was like, hey, I need to go again." They had like 3 or 4 tapes. He said,
Pretty much.
"Yeah, Ray J was telling everything. He got some lawsuits. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
shit,
no,
I need to."
yeah, the mother was pimping the hell out of everything. That's why I'm like, bro, I can only imagine if Rock was still alive. How can you marry this heathen?
Yeah, there's some crazy dudes out here. But all right, man, we'll go ahead. We're gonna start closing this out. So, what's y'all parting words, man? I'll start with Wally first.
Shoot. So first and foremost, gentlemen, choose wisely in who you deal with. Second, for the Lord of Christ, can y'all motherfuckers get it right when y'all work so hard for what y'all have to work for that you don't blow it up on your nefarious activities that no one don't even know about? Like, seriously? Like, Lord have mercy. And as far as the whole, MTR, quote unquote, seeing the light on the other side, I mean, look, I'm gonna say it is though, because I know a lot of people, some people are sort of calling him out for being a grifter at this point because of the fact of, because they say because he likes to switch up content or he likes to switch up his identity per se.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my thing. This is my only thing I'm gonna sit here and say, right? Because I forget where him and the other chick went on vacation the last time, but to me, it's like if you went on vacation before and you was out there, vacating and everything else, you would notice the experience at that point was different. So it's like the fact that you now see the experience different now is like, well, did you like what happened to the last time? Which again, I don't know if that was outside the country or not, but I'm just saying, just in case if that is, then yeah, you would have been noticed it. So I mean, why now versus later? I mean, before, give or take. But yeah, just small pushback. Small.
Mm.
All right, Stan, what's your parting words?
Jumping up for Wally just ended with sometimes when you go on vacation with with a guest, the guest blocks your blessings. So when you go alone,
I don't hear that crap. They could be going to the same restaurant and shit. He'd be like, "Oh wait, damn, it's only this cheap. Like, they don't take that much."
When you go alone, you go. I mean, that's why a lot of us don't. When you realize going to a nightclub with 5 of your boys and going by yourself, it's a whole different type of blessings. So you like, I'll go alone. It's just me and me in the Batmobile or Kit. We just we about to go out and explore tonight. You know what I'm saying? I got the bat phone on. I'm out, right? So a lot of times when you go out alone, you come across some things you couldn't come across when you was with somebody that was blocking your blessings.
Stan is definitely a freak.
So what you trying to say is block his own blessings at that point because
he's alone. So now of course you're gonna see something different. And that's the thing. You go by yourself, you see something different. But be careful when you go alone. Keep a buddy system, have a network, protect yourself, right? That's all I gotta say. I agree, like, hey man, you up in these positions and sex is still ruining your life. There's places you can go for that. I'm not gonna promote it. Jamaica hedonism, but there's places.
So you can't. You're gonna throw the rosters under the bus.
Look it up, do your own research.
Oh Lord, you know what?
and look, if you meet somebody rich, let's look at the old days and just get married to them instead of being their plaything. So you could go ahead and be on some kind of video. What happened to that? What happened to the goal of meeting rich people and getting married and having kids with them and not be their toy so you could go around and play with a centaur? Like, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Like, come on. You meet somebody rich, you're supposed to swing on them and get them hooked and get married. When was married not the end game to all this stuff? How you make a baby by me, have a millionaire to like getting baby oil and playing with a centaur, and now you're on OnlyFans? You should have married 50 and be quiet. Anybody out there, if you ever have access to rich people, get married. Get married. I know we always say marriage is just a piece of paper. No, it's not. It's not. You have a whole bunch of legal status, access. Go and get married. Just go and get married. If that old rich white man is there, her number one, go ahead. Tyrese, leave him alone because he's still crying. Oh, Shayla. That's like.
Yeah, his crybaby ass be getting them though. Hey, Tyrese be up in the front. But I'm saying he be early though. He don't get them like last. So yeah, shout out to Tyrese. Tyrese be crying ass, be bagging them.
Like she left me.
Nah, but Stan, the new game, it's not the marriage no more, like you're saying, because I agree with you, but it's the child support game. That's where, like, with Daphne, she's probably like, shit, let me get pregnant by 50. She was probably working on the baby by Diddy. So you get, like, 3 kids by these millionaires, 20 to 30 per. They out here eating, man. That's what they looking at.
That's sad. But now you're doing OnlyFans for $3.
Yeah.
$3.
Yeah, it's 85% off. I mean, like it was screenshot and everything. It's all it. Like I tell you, she's ruined on
Wait,
Twitter.
are you talking about the video is on OnlyFans?
No. The video itself allegedly is on Twitter because we have to say allegedly because of YouTube, right? The full 40 minutes, right? Part 1. What? It's the full one, but then they screenshot her OnlyFans page, and it says 85% off. And it's something like $3. I was like, wow, right?
That's a damn shame.
Off.
And then they linked it up to her. Then they linked up to her IG page, where now she's heavily active, and like you want to see more, go to my OnlyFans.
Man, so is 50 about to get custody of this kid? Because ain't no way in hell I have my kid with nobody like that. So yeah,
it probably is going to happen because it's like all the women that dealt with 50 is looking bad. Like even Young Miami with her scammer songs. It's like, yeah, the father gonna come and get his kids.
But wait a minute. She's selling OnlyFans pics for $3?
Yeah, because that's...
Man,
yeah, they be pathetic.
No, you can't be cheap. The hell you
No, but that's how it works. They sell low, but it'd be the volume of, that's where they get paid. But yeah,
I understand that. I understand the volume still. You be selling yourself for $3.
But Wally, nobody's paying for it because there's places where you can get it for free.
Well, that's the problem. That's why I say I always say she's a cheapo. That means it ain't working.
Technology.
Like, I'm sorry, $3. Hey, look, let's be real. You ain't marketing right then. Hey, I've been had by 50. Thank you. You know what? Hey, look here. Let me test my metal. Let me hit that. That's how motherfuckers are gonna do it. Hey, they be talking motherfuckers out there that be doing that. Okay.
Yeah, it's sad, man. Like Stan was saying earlier, it's like, man, these people, man, they be having kids, and it's almost like, shit. What else could I do to embarrass these motherfuckers?
Man, them therapy sessions in the future, it's gonna be crazy. Like your parent was an OF model, and everybody found out.
Well,
yeah.
And this one, it's like.
But I mean, we do gotta. This is where I give pushback to these guys, man, because like I said, they somewhat know the background, but they just see a pretty chick and they be like, all right, man, I'm a skeet in this. So men ain't got no. Here go her IG.
I told you. She monopolized it. She's making sure.
So she's like, yeah, fuck it.
And
I'm
when
running with it.
And when did she start this IG?
Wait. Now, mind you, there's a thing she posted, like wanting retribution, and this is not how she want her life to be, and Puffy used her, and all that stuff, and then you come up with that.
Oh yeah, they be full of shit. That's why I was like, man, I don't go with that whole manipulation thing. I mean, man, people know people's weird desires and shit. They know they're materialistic because there's enough people that don't go down these paths, man. So if people go down these paths, they got a warped mindset. So they just end up manipulating each other, man. That's what that shit is. But all right, man. Yeah, we'll go ahead and close this out. I got to go catch this Knicks game. So y'all tune in next Monday. But all right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Who is winning this game?